You're sitting with your friends. They're laughing, you're laughing too, but somewhere in the middle of the noise, you feel strangely alone. Not physically alone, not socially isolated, just unseen. And the confusing part is this: you don't know why. If you're surrounded by people who care about you, why does it still feel like no one actually knows you? It usually doesn't start as loneliness. It starts as small adjustments. You filter certain opinions because they might be too much. You soften your intensity. You laugh at jokes you don't find funny. You hide the parts of your week that feel heavy. Nothing dramatic, just subtle edits. Over time, you become good at reading the room. You know what version of yourself works best. The calm one, the funny one, the stable one. And your friends respond well to that version. They like you, they invite you, they trust you. But something inside you whispers, they like the edited version. So even when you're included, you feel slightly outside. Psychologically, this creates a split. There's the performed self and the private self. And when those two drift too far apart, connection starts to feel hollow. You can be fully surrounded and still feel emotionally invisible. This isn't just moodiness, it's a pattern, and it usually connects to something deeper. Your nervous system learned that belonging requires adaptation, not authenticity. But we'll come back to that. First, something important. You are not broken. You are not ungrateful. You are not too sensitive. This feeling is not a defect in your personality. It's an adaptation. At some point in your life, being fully yourself felt risky. Maybe your emotions were dismissed. Maybe conflict led to withdrawal. Maybe you were praised for being easy or mature. Your brain noticed something. Belonging increases when I adjust, and it stored that rule. So now, automatically, you scan the environment and shapeshift slightly. Not because you're fake, but because your brain equates safety with acceptance. The loneliness you feel now isn't because you lack people. It's because your nervous system is protecting you in a room that may not actually require protection. And that mismatch creates distance. Let's break down what's happening in your brain. There's a concept in psychology called self-discrepancy theory. It says we carry multiple versions of ourselves: who we are privately, who we think we should be, who we present to others. When the gap between these versions grows, we experience emotional discomfort. In your case, the gap between who I am with myself and who I am with my friends has widened, and your brain interprets that gap as isolation. Here's the metaphor. Imagine you're sending messages through a slightly distorted radio signal. Your true thoughts and feelings are the original music, but before it reaches others, it passes through a filter. The filter removes certain frequencies, so what your friends hear is close to you, but not fully you. Connection requires resonance, and resonance only happens when the signal is clear. Now let's add neuroscience. Your brain is constantly predicting social outcomes. The prefrontal cortex evaluates risk. The amygdala scans for threat. If there's even a small prediction of rejection, your brain activates subtle inhibition. You talk less about vulnerable topics. You stay agreeable. You avoid depth. This reduces immediate risk, but it also reduces emotional intimacy, because intimacy requires shared vulnerability, and vulnerability activates uncertainty. Your brain prefers certainty, so it chooses safety over depth, short-term relief, long-term loneliness. This is the paradox. You protect yourself from rejection by preventing full connection. And the more you do it, the more automatic it becomes. But the solution isn't to suddenly overshare everything. That would overwhelm your nervous system. Instead, we need something more precise. Think of this as closing the gap slowly, not removing the filter entirely, just reducing distortion.